I wasn't ready. But hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. My voice is getting a little bit more and more hoarse as I'm still sick. But thank you for tuning in to Jaylee's Corner. This is my review for Star Season 2, Episode 4, I believe. And yeah, Mitch is going to be popping up because I was talking to my friend. So, good episode. You know what I'm saying? I liked it. For the most part. We see the episode picks up, of course, where the last one left off, which is also a good thing. Brody, who is Star's father, is back in town. And I'm like, is that her real daddy? Like her stepdaddy? Like her mama's friend? Like, I was trying to figure that part out. But I'm guessing he's the real daddy. And she is not happy to see him. And, you know, it's been about 10 years as we see. And she's like, oh, you know, what you doing here? He like, you know, I saw you on TV. And she's like, oh, you must think we got money now. You want some money? And he's like, no. I saw you on TV. I'm very proud of you. And I'm back to, you know, kind of make amends for things. And she's not having it. He's like, you know, I'm a different person now. And I'm back as long as it takes to get you to understand that I want to be in your life as your father. And, you know, they're having that whole conversation. And she like, I ain't having it. And what did she do? She spits on him. This is my thing. I think spitting on someone is the worst thing you can do to a person. And I don't know if I like that she spit on him. I'm not a person. I don't care. I don't want to spit on people. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think of how mad do I have to be to spit on you. And, you know, I don't know. I don't want to ever get to that point I want to spit. Because if I spit on you, you have to have, like murdered a family member or, like, raped someone. You know what I'm saying? It has to be, like, something very detrimental that you can't take back. Like, because you wasn't around, I ain't going to spit on you. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's whatever. I lived. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, she spits on him and he just wipes it off and she goes in the house and everything. And Carlotta like, you know, you left her mama for dead for 10 years where you been. And he's like, look, I'm different now. I'm telling y'all, you know what I'm saying? I don't dance now. Why did I go with Cardi B? What the hell? But, you know, he like, you know, I'm here and I ain't going nowhere. And Carlotta like, my ass ain't going nowhere either. So, you know what I'm saying? I guess it's going to be another battle. Everyone battling for Star. You got Carlotta fighting High Heel, Carlotta with Ayana, the whole area. Whatever. So the next we see Alex is back to her writing things and she's in her house and she's writing, she's singing and she's harmonizing and la 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 la. And Derek is like seeing her smile like she's back to her good old self. And, you know, she's like, why you looking at me like that? He like, because you smiling and I like it. And she's like, okay, but when you gonna get back to, you know, being yourself? He like, what are you talking about? And, you know, we see that he hasn't been out the house. He's been, you know, in the house since he is paralyzed. And we know something ain't right. Okay, we get that. And she's like, you know, you need to get out the house. And he's like, what? What are you talking about? I get out the house every day. I go to therapy every day. But that's not really getting out the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to, like, get out and do other things besides go to therapy. And that's what she's trying to say to him that he should do. He's like, you know, but I'm going to therapy every day because I'm going to walk again and forget what the people saying. So he's working toward his goal of walking again. And she's like, all right, babe. We'll talk about it later. I'm finna go. And she gives him a kiss and then she leaves. And as he's wheeling away, he hits the table and her purse fall over. And some pearls fall out with the little $2,000 price tag on it. He looking like, oh, okay. She got all the stuff in her purse. Okay, we're going to see what that's about later. Next, we see Simone. And Simone's sitting on the phone with her little bunk, with her little new bunkmate. I don't know the girl's name yet. I really don't. And the girl like, what you watching me sleep for? And she was like, I'm making sure you okay. And she was like, I don't need your sympathy, superstar. And she was like, you know, I lost my mom too. She didn't kill herself, but, you know, I get what it's like to be alone. And she was like, I don't need your sympathy, girl. And that's the whole thing. The girl, how you mad at somebody and not mad at somebody? And one minute you friends with them, and the next minute you're not. The girl does too much. Is she bipolar? Like, which one is she? You know what I'm saying? It's one thing or the other. But she said, I was just emotional last night. I'm better now. I ain't gonna kill myself. I'm good. Go ahead on about your business. And technically she does. We then see High Heel pull up with a dang on trailer in front of Carlotta. So I'm looking like, where you get a trailer from, for one? And what the hell makes you think you can park the trailer on this street? I think you have to have a license to park a trailer in certain places. And I don't think nobody wants your trailer parked on a residential area. That's just my personal opinion. And you know what I'm saying? Cotton was like, hi here, what you doing? Mom ain't gonna like that. And he's like, I need you to talk to her. Sorry, I need you to talk to her and see if she'll let me leave it here. You know what I'm saying? He was like, she says to him, you've been lying to me for the past 5 months. That's a lot to ask. Cotton's still mad that they didn't tell her for 5 months that High Heel was still alive. I'm need her to get over it, okay? Girl, move on. So, it's like, whatever. We see Keke Palmer is on this episode, or she's going to be guest starring, I guess, for a couple episodes as a character named Gigi, who was an over-the-top diva, okay? She's an over-the-top singer or actress or entertainer that Ayana's trying to get signed. And Ayana's having this big party, and she wants Gigi to be there. And we see Elijah Kelly. I know his name now. His name on here is Andy. I kept on saying the dude from New Edition movie. I don't know what his name is, but he played the assistant. Elijah Kelly. His name on here is Andy. Okay, I got you, Elijah. So, you know, he's the assistant. Like, you know, everything going good. You know, we're going to get her here. It's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. Your party going to be popping. And we hope so. So, we then see the girls, like, at practice. They're practicing a song or something. And a guy come in, like, Ayana wants y'all to do a little fashion preview of what y'all went to this party. And Star, for whatever reason, we got our style. We don't need, I mean, she popped off. Like, he asked her, can she do some sexual stuff to him? All he did was what his boss told him to do. And she bit his damn head off. I am sick and tired of Star's antics. It was cute a little bit in season 1. Like, it was a little bit of cute. Now, it's just aggravating. Now, it's just like, she is really feeling herself. And y'all don't have no hit single. Y'all don't have nothing. Y'all don't have a mixtape. Y'all don't have nothing on the radio. Do y'all even have an Instagram page for y'all group? Like, what gives you this just over the top, rude, bitchy, like, where does that come from? And why can't y'all humble her? Like, I don't mean humble, like, well, you know, she got beat up last season. But that gave her more of an edge. I'm just tired of her disrespectfulness. That's what I'm tired of. My thing is, you can believe in yourself and be like, you know what I'm saying? We have good style. But you can't think like every time someone says something to you that y'all are perfect. Because y'all not perfect. If y'all was perfect, y'all would have an album, a video. You know, y'all would have things. Y'all don't have nothing because y'all still need work. And you are actually hindering the damn group, Star. Ugh. So, he walk away like, oh my God. So, he leave. He come back, like, Ayana said, put these dresses on and meet her in her office. Because it's like, since you told the boss no, the boss going to tell you who the boss is. So they put on these ugly-ass dresses. I mean, they were regular dresses, but they were still ugly. And they go in her office, and we see Paris Jackson, who was the, like, blog person or whatnot. And, again, I'm like, oh, that's Paris Jackson. It's, you know, sometimes it's hard to look at a person who hasn't really been acting like she's Michael Jackson's daughter. So sometimes it's hard to see her as an actress, because when she come on screen, I'm looking like, oh, they're gonna Michael Jackson's daughter. You know, but, you know, I guess everyone has to start somewhere, so I guess maybe I just need to get over it, but that's what I feel right now. Anywho, she basically I can't see the damn iPad. It's driving me crazy. I don't have it arched in my eyes. I keep looking down. It's so stupid. Anywho, so, she basically, you know, they're like, why is she here? And she's like, oh, she's the new, you know, our media maven person. You know, she's going to help me pick the people and how their fashion should be. And Paris Jackson, like, I don't get their style. Like, I don't get, like, what they're saying. I don't think this is a good look for your label. I don't know why you picked them. And then Star was like, you do know she don't know shit, right? And I'm like, they don't keep letting people say shit, but whatever. And she was like, just last, 6 months ago, she was doing volunteer work for Be Less Celebrities. And I was like, that's a read. And then she's like, you know, aren't you tired of being like the cliche white trash? Like, aren't you tired of that? And then what did Star do to Paris Jackson? She was like, nope. And she attacks Paris Jackson in the dang on. Why do you attack this girl in front of your boss, in front of the label head, in front of your cat? It was, again, why this wouldn't fly in real world. It wouldn't be like any record label would be like, you know what, we don't have to have for these girls. They is drama. This one white girl, this is what they would say. The white girl always popping off. Okay, she not making us no money. She not doing nothing. We don't like their music that much. Let's just cut them. She ain't helping them at all. It ain't nowhere on God's green earth where a new group can have a member of the group who beating people up in the office and it's cool. Like, that's just not how life. And I'm like, why are y'all writing her like that? I mean, okay, I get it. She's upset. She's emotional. Her father's back in town. This checked anger. I get that. But I still was like, that was just, to me, it was stupid. So, of course, she's beating Paris Jackson up. She's choking her, like choking her out. And I'm like, y'all just gonna stand there and watch her do this? That's what y'all gonna do? So they get her off of her, and y'all just like, you're crazy. You know what? You can't come to our party. You better hope I let you guys, still perform in this little competition. I would have threw their asses out. I mean, my thing is, they don't deserve a record deal at this point in time. They don't do shit besides cause trouble. Hence the name, Big Trouble. Just thought about that. Anywho, so Carlotta has a little talk with Star after this whole altercation. She's like, look, I know you are emotional, you are, feeling whatever because your father's back in town, but you gotta check that energy. Like, go talk to him, get whatever it is off your chest, and then move on. And she's like, what he did, he left me there to watch my mom die. I could never get over that. And then she walks away. I agree, I get it. What else do we see? Dear grandma, she's a G. Derek roll up like, grandma, can you go to the store for me and get some food? I want to cook for Alex. And she was like, no, your ass need to get up off. Your ass need to get up and go to the store yourself. Alex is right. You don't want to leave the house. It's crazy. We've buried people. There's people in jail who can't go anywhere. I buried your father, his brother, both my sons, and your ass in here, and you don't want to go anywhere. You don't want to leave the house. You need to get up off your ass and get out back into life, is what she basically tells him. And, he kind of takes her, sorry about that, y'all. He kind of takes her, advice, and he does end up going to the store to get some stuff. He rolls out the bed, out the house, and he goes to the store. And what happens to happen when he's in the store? It's a Middle Eastern cashier who was being harassed by two white hicks. Yes, that's what they look like to me. And he kind of helps, tries to stand up for, like, leave her alone. Because the guy like, oh, go back to your country. Just being racist. Just saying racist stuff. And he's like, look, man, y'all need to leave her alone. She said for y'all to leave, just get out. And what do? They push Derek out the chair. Because what else do you do with a person who's crippled? You push him out the chair and they run. No, they ran because the Middle Eastern cashier girl came from having a cashier thing with a baseball bat. And, she helped Derek up and Derek, rolls away or whatever. So, I'm like, okay, I guess that's cool. A couple of things that I put, like, little small things. There's a scene with Carlotta talking to Brody, Star's father, and she's just saying how, she has made, what did she say? How she had come to terms and made peace with the mistakes she's made in regards to Mary. And Brody, like, if that's what you tell yourself, okay. That was that whole conversation. So we know something else little must have happened that she hasn't admitted just yet. Then we also see High Heel sitting in his trailer and Cotton walk in. Wasn't High Heel doing? Cutting up cocaine. About to get high. And he like, see, she not how came here. And he was like, no, don't leave. And she like, what, you want some cocaine together? And he was like, no, of course not. If you get busted, your parole officer gonna send you back to jail. They have a good father-daughter conversation. She confides in him that, a guy who she met in prison is getting out and she's nervous. And he's like, well, you're not gonna be nervous. I'm here now. And, then she wipes she wipes the cocaine off the table. It's like, all right, thanks, Dad. And then she leaves. So it was a good little moment between the two of them. Last, we see Maurice, who sees Carlotta is just tired. And he's like, you know, so many managers burn themselves out because they take the brunt of everything that's happening and they don't take care of themselves. Like, I want to take you somewhere special, okay? I want you to meet me here. And she's like, okay. That ain't how she said it, but that's how I said it. And where did she take him? I mean, where does he take her? To church. Yep. Because he's seen that she needed something. And when you need something, because you don't know what you need Jesus. Okay? And he knew that. So, in the meantime, in between time, where is Big Trouble? Where is Star, Alex, and Simone? Well, they ass sneaking into Ayana's party. Not only is they sneaking to Ayana's party, high heel ass snuck into the party. Hell, even Simone's bunkmate snuck into the party. How are y'all sneaking to this party? Is what I kept asking myself. Like, how does that even happen? And, you know, the part that it was crazy was, you know, when they were showing the girls, Alexis, Star, and Simone getting dressed, like, behind the tables of the catering people. And you got Star back there and looking in the mirror. She giving herself a haircut. That just happens to be cute. That don't happen in real life. Okay? Let's just be honest. You know, the dresses they had on. Oh, my dress ripped. Oh, but that's cute. Let's all rip our dresses just like that. Really? Really? But, you know, that's what happened. I don't make the news. I just reported. So, you know, Keke Palmer, who is playing this character, Gigi, is there. And she all over the top. She's extra read all about it. And her whole thing is she'll sign to this label, but only if Ayana's father, who was the big wig, you know, is there to help her be signed or whatever. And that's what Ayana's basically trying to do. So, to make a long story short, the girls snuck up on stage and they were singing. At the same time that they're singing, Carlotta is at church and, you know, getting her soul right. And the pastor, like, you know, if anybody got a testimony or something they need to get off their chest, come on up. And here come Carlotta. And she's like, I see the church ain't changed. I ain't been here in a minute. And they then flash back to Tyrese's character when he was trying to have an exorcism with Cotton, saying, you are a man. And Cotton crying like, Mama, am I a man? And Carlotta all pissed and him saying, you asked me for your help. So they flash back to that. And that's why she has not been to church, because remember, Tyrese was her pastor. So she was like, you know, but I see it ain't changed. They still want you to sing. And so she starts singing the song. So she's singing at the same time that the girls are singing. And the church is going, you know, oh, go, yeah, girls, go ahead, sister. The party with the girls are singing, they all into the song. I didn't like the song that much. Me personally, I really didn't. But, you know, it is what it is. And at the same time, that's when they showed Derek leaving the house. So it was a whole bunch of people doing stuff at the same time. I was talking about Derek a little earlier. So, when we see that Simone's bunkmate has snuck in, and Simone like, what is you doing here, girl? And she was like, you know, they're going to arrest you if they found you, you're going to get in trouble. And she was like, whatever, you know, I just decided to have one good night out to celebrate, you know, Dee, because Dee is passed away. And she was like, so, I'm going to have fun until it's time to go back in, and, you know, I'll suffer the consequences later. But she wouldn't know nothing about that, because, you know, you a superstar. And then she walked away, but of course, Simone goes after her. Whatever. We then see, you know, Ayana calling her father, like, Dad, you know, why aren't you here? I thought you would be here. You know, I have Gigi here. I'm going to sign her. She wants to be signed. And he's like, well, did she sign yet? And she's like, well, no, she didn't sign yet, but she wants to. And we can tell that her father is probably a disapproving person, so she's trying to prove herself to her father and just make him think that she's successful. Because you hear her saying, you never think I do anything right. You know, you always say that. And who's listening to this conversation standing right behind her? Star old nosy ass over there eavesdropping. Yes, she is. And then when Ayana hang up, she's like, hey, how did you get into my party? And she was like, oh, you know, I'm just in here. So they talking back and forth. And, you know, Star basically says to her, we both are like two people who just trying to impress your father. Meaning, I'm here because I want your father to see me and sign me. And you here hoping your father, you know, likes you. So we both kind of the same thing. She's like, get out of my party. And, you know, we had that whole thing. Back to Carlotta to church. The one thing she admits is that only that when her and Mary was in a group, she knew Mary was addicted to drugs and she knew she was doing it too much. And she's like, but I didn't do anything to help. So that's her guilt of not helping her friend not be on drugs. She's like, I basically just let her do what she wanted to do because I needed her on stage just as much as she needed to get high. And so I kind of looked the other way. And that's what she feels guilty about. We then see, so they have that whole scene with her talking to Maurice, Lance Gross's character, admitting that. And we then see Gigi, who seems to loved Big Trouble. So, you know, she's walking out with Ayana, and they're talking to Star and Alex. And she's like, I want to be signed here. Are y'all signed too? Like, how do y'all like the label? And of course, it's an awkward moment because they not having a good time on the label at all. But Ayana like, yeah, they're great. We love them. They're going to have an album, you know, champagne for everyone. And then Gigi's like, oh, okay, girl, cool. Okay. Whatever. And so her and Alex go back in, and Star says, Ayana, well, I hope you remember that because you owe us one. And technically she does. And, you know, she just says to Ayana, you know, basically, what did she say? Basically, we just two bitches trying to make it. I'm like, why they gotta be bitches? Okay, we ain't gonna say nothing about that. We see Simone is in the alley with her roommate getting drunk. This is my thing. I don't want to sit in the alleys and get drunk. If we can't sit in a reasonable establishment or in the confines of a comfortable home, I don't want to sit out in the world and get drunk with you. No, for what? But that's what kids do, I guess. And they sit in the alley, literally drinking, and they're drunk. And, you know, Simone's just saying how they're just bonding. You know, they're bonding as two young girls who are in juvenile and everything. And as they're bonding, they was about to kiss. Yes, they were. But before they can kiss, here come Karla like, get your ass in the car. She pissed off because the girls missed curfew. So, of course, they're going to be looking for him. So, back at the little juvenile place, you know, Simone is saying, I'm just like my mom. Why do you keep, you know, how did you find me? She's like, I got an app on your phone. And she's like, but you're right. You are just like your mom. You know, you're beautiful. You're talented. You're funny. You're, you know, you have great talents. But, you know, I refuse to let that be the end of you. You know, I'm not gonna let you in your, you know, have an early life or whatever. And she's like, you know, stop trying to save me. You know, tonight I felt the most like myself, more than I feel on stage, more than I feel at your hair salon. How you feel yourself in the alley drinking with a girl and y'all both gonna be homeless? I don't know how that feels, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. She walks away, and before she walks away, she slams and breaks her phone because she's thinking like, okay, now if I'm out somewhere, Carla can't find me because my phone is broken. Carla like, I ain't buying your ass no another cell phone. I wouldn't either, honey. Not at all. We see Star go see her father at the hotel that he's staying at, and basically to tell him, I hate you, you ain't shit, you left me and my mom for dead and my sister, and you are a horrible, horrible person. She says how you left me here. We left us here. I was a kid, and my mom had a needle in her arm with Simone on the floor. You just left us. And he's like, you know, I was so different back then. You know, I was so high. But, you know, all these years, I've always kept you with me. And she was like, that's a lie. And he opened his wallet, and he pulls out a little folded up piece of paper. And it was old paper. And it was an old drawing. I'm guessing she did of them as kids. So it was like her mom, him, and Simone. And he kept that in his wallet all these years. And then she, of course, busts out in tears crying. And then she runs off. Two last scenes. Derek confronts Alex when she comes home. And he's like, I get it. You're hiding stuff. I'm hiding stuff. So let's just be honest. He was like, I see when you get stressful, you shop. Because he did pull the pearls out. So she shop, all right. She shoplift. Her ass ain't buying nothing. But he's thinking that when she gets stressed, she's going out to spending money. No, honey, she's going out stealing. Okay, that's what she's doing. You know, he also brings up how he needs to get back out into the world. He says how he went out today and the world ain't changed, and he needs to get back into what he used to be into. And he's like, okay, now your turn. And what did she say? She don't say nothing. She just climbed on top of his lap and started kissing him. So I'm like, I don't know if that means in head. I don't know what that means. Because he's, you know, he's paralyzed from the waist down. So did they have sex? I don't know. Did they not have sex? I don't know. But that's how it went off. We then see Star walk into the studio with Noah and lock the door. And she had sex with him on the studio board as she's crying. I mean, it was just a lot going on at the end. And I was like, okay, that's what I'm going to do. Bravo, bravo, bravo. So it was a good episode. I liked it or whatnot. We just see what happens next week. But that was my review of Star Season 2, Episode 4. And I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Until next time, people. Peace.